My name's Adam Monaco and I'm the Financial Controller for Hi-Tech Oils. With our national capacity, we can now service Australian companies nationwide. Of late, we have now expanded into the New Zealand market. Here at Hi-Tech Oils, we receive premium base oils and premium additive packs. Together, with our highly trained staff, we manufacture over 500 premium quality products. Hi-Tech Oils is Australian made and Australian owned.
Final two then for the Prestige class. Again, same format. We put the slower 7 riders on the front row and the faster 7 riders on the back row. A couple of first-timers here. Eddie Carlson celebrated at the start of the show aboard his Shareco. John Nystrom on a KTM there on the very inside on the 90 bike. And Magnus Thor as well. That's a great name. Sounds like he should be a world's strongest man. David Leonov, I don't know whether he'll be here. He had problems with his bike on the first final. And Leonov's really struggled throughout the whole of this year. Cristobal Guerrero, Benjamin Herrera, and Diego Ferreira. Those are guys who we've seen a bit more pace from. So expect 96, 8, and 21 to be strong into the first lap. Billy Bolt, though, moves up like he did in, where were we? Bilbao. So we've lost David Leonov. He will not start this race, and that's promoted Billy Bolt onto the first row again. Do you remember last time we had Blazusiak complaining about it? Billy Bolt has been super, super strong tonight. He's on the very outside, so he's on the least favourable position. But that's where he started race 1. And remember, he was right up there, making contact with half the field. So, shoe in for potential victory. Billy Bolt to the far outside. Johnny Walker having a quick look at where he might start. Here comes Blazusiak also. Will he go to the very inside? Not quite. Johnny is going to be on the tightest inside line. And Blazusiak pulls up behind Thor and Carlson. I don't want to be on the other side, actually. I want to be on the outside line. I want to be following Billy Bolt into the first corner. So those guys are way more experienced on the outside there. Guerrero and Herrera. And Ferreira and Billy Bolt. They've got the experience, but they're on the outside going into the first left-hand turn. Maybe that gives them the inside for the second turn. Either way, let's see. The gap now, 8 points between Cody Webb on the left-hand side of your screen, Blazusiak on the right-hand side. Plenty of tending to the bodies in the paddock between races. Massages, ice packs, and now ready to fight again. Another 6-lap final. Breakdown, clutch down, eyes on the board. We're ready to go racing. Who's going to get a good start? Look at Billy Bolt to the outside. Oh, Nostrom gets a lovely start. John Nostrom on the 90 cuts across the field, and it'll be him that leads going into the first major obstacle. But Billy Bolt's to the inside and fires it up into first, followed by Colton Haker and Benjamin Herrera on the 8 bike on the inside line. Johnny Walker, very slow start, as did Taddy Blazusiak. I wonder if they went down, actually, on the first corner. In fact, Cody Webb, they're just ahead of Blazusiak. So Blazusiak needs to pass and then scamper away from Cody Webb. But the pace is frenetic at the front. We've already got Billy Bolt and Colton Haker at the front of the field. Then it's Manuel Lettenbicker and Benjamin Herrera just taking the outside line, getting out the way, kind of. A mistake there from Blazusiak. Very, very poor first lap from Johnny Walker, right at the back of the field. Not making any progress either. Going to the inside line. Cody Webb, that's a mistake, but Blazusiak can't really find a way through as Billy Bolt leads. Bolt will secure himself that third position with this kind of performance. Big gaps then. Manuel Lettenbicker then Cody Webb, because somewhere Colton Haker's made an error, and Colton now to the outside allows Blazusiak through. So Webb is up to 3rd, Blazusiak up to 4th, and our outgoing champion drops down to 5th position. So strange, we've been so used to seeing Colton Haker dominate over the last few years, just to see him be passed so easily. We spoke a little bit after Bilbao, me and Colton had a good chat, and he's just saying he was tired. He's got so much going on. Ooh, and down he goes on the inside there. Nearly taking out the photographer as well. Leg caught on the handlebars. He's got so much going on with his wife pregnant. He's making a film about his life as well. And it's so difficult when you're doing that, doing so many different things just to focus on being a rider, enjoying the riding, and being at the top of your game. Manuel Lettenbicker now leads this one. Great to have the German on his 2-stroke KTM leading. He's somehow found a way past Billy Bolt. So that's a change for the lead, and here comes the championship leaders. For Cody Webb, he really needs some bikes to get in between him and Blazusiak. He's going to take some points back going into that final race. Still got 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Remember, Billy Bolt was the man who was super hard to pass in the first race, caused all those issues. And a mistake from Cody Webb as he stalled the bike. Yes, he has. Blazusiak moves up into 3rd position. And with traffic as well, this could be tricky. And again, we've seen it before, it rattles Cody Webb so much. When he makes an error, suddenly the physicality, his body changes. And he suddenly looks frustrated on the bike. Blue flags being shown to the back markers. Bolt has made an error in the rock section. Stationary for a few moments and let Manuel Lettenbicker scuttle away. And another mistake as Bolt's foot comes flying off the peg. Still in 2nd position, but the gap is 3.8 seconds. And now Blazusiak ahead of Cody Webb. The gap will go down to 6 points going into the final race of the night. Still, it's quite a lot. 3 points for 1st and 2nd, and Webb is stuck again. Webb's got his rear wheel stuck. Who's in 5th position now? Johnny Walker has got ahead of Colton Haker, but it's a big gap, about 10-second gap. So I don't think Walker has got ahead. That's what Blazusiak now needs. Blazusiak now needs to get past these two. Can he do it? There we go. Championship has changed. Just 6 points between Webb and Blazusiak. Impressive stuff from Manuel Lettenbicker. We've never seen him this consistently fast throughout a full moto. Oh! Big one for Cody Webb, down on the first corner. Is he all right? Looks over his shoulder, doesn't see anybody. Johnny Walker is so far back. Bolt now ahead of Blazusiak. Lettenbicker's dropped down a position. So perhaps that was what we just saw, wasn't it? I was too busy watching outside my commentary position to see Manuel Lettenbicker, who's dropped from 1st to 3rd. Curse of the commentator, I think. 1 minute plus 1 lap remaining. It's all going Blazusiak's way now. There's a rider between Blazusiak and Webb. And if Blazusiak can get past... No, it's going to be a mistake. He's gone down on the ground. Lettenbicker can't find a way through. Now he does. Blazusiak looks at his bike. Is there a problem with the bike? Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no! Blazusiak is out of the race. Cody Webb goes past him. That is a disaster for the championship. Blazusiak has dropped it one too many times. He shouts with frustration. What is wrong with it? Show us the other side of the bike. Ah! Oh, disaster for the Polish rider. That could well mean the end of the championship. Ah! Cody Webb still is on track, despite having some big accidents. The KTM mechanics are there to take a look at the bike, but Blazusiak is a very different man now. Look at the body language. So furious, just a small drop. He's dropped the bike and something. The chain has snapped, perhaps. Just wasn't able to see what was going on. Either way, final lap board for this man, Billy Bolt, who leads the race. There is Colton Haker. Haker will have seen what's happened to Taddy Blazusiak. He'll know now that he does not need to attack. The gap is pretty large to Johnny Walker behind him, and you can see he's just not pushing at all. Really, really slow. Oh, I feel so sorry for Blazusiak. He dropped it just as many times as Cody Webb, but he's dropped it on the wrong part of the bike. Just complete luck. We've not seen any reliability issues from the KTMs all season. And yet now, Blazusiak, when he needs it most, is out the race, and Cody Webb is cruising towards the finish. Billy Bolt has just taken the checkered flag. He's taken victory in race 2. Lidkoping goes into second position. And here is Cody Webb. There are the two riders. Colton Haker comes in behind in 5th position, 1 lap back. Cody Webb takes the checkered flag in 3rd position. Just hearing that it's broken suspension for Taddy Blazusiak. There he is. And that means some serious work for the mechanics to get him out for the 3rd moto. And the face says it all. The girlfriend, no, there she is now. Such a difficult moment for the supporting crew as well. Cannot believe it. There's Cody Webb. Webb's not happy either. No way is he happy. He hit the ground a good couple of times. And being congratulated by Alan Blanchard of ABC Communications. And we're just going to get him to come over to the interview area. Billy Bolt is taking his lap of honor as the victor in that 2nd race. But I think the maths mean that Cody Webb is champion. Just coming up towards us now, coming to the interview box. And confirmation of the classification then. Bolt ahead of Lidkoping with Cody Webb finishing in 3rd position. Walker 35 are back again, and Colton Haker got lapped in 5th position. Then Gutzi and Herrera. But the biggest story, Blazusiak down in 11th position. He would have scored points for that, but I think it may well be that Cody Webb is our champion. Cody, what a race for you. I mean, not the cleanest of races, some mistakes, but it looks like you are now the world champion.
Yeah, it's incredible. I definitely didn't deserve it. I mean, I've just been riding tight all day. I feel like I rode a lot better in that event, but it's just getting hung up in the logs, front end washout all by myself, man. You know, Taddy was riding awesome, and all year he was really strong. He just had a couple bad, misfortunate characteristics there, but, you know, I had 2 bad events as well, and, I mean, it was a great championship for sure. It was going to be down on the wire. I would have been pushing a little harder there, but, you know, I'm just riding tight today, and it must be the nerves or something, but I can't believe it. I mean, first time back here in a year, and, you know, I missed last year, and here we are, world champion. It's incredible. I respect the hell out of all these guys I'm racing against. I mean, they're all world-class athletes, great riders, and, you know, Colton got it the last 2 years, and, you know, I'm glad I took it now as well. So it's awesome. I can't believe it. It doesn't even seem fair. Like, I felt like it was given to me in that last race with Taddy having an issue. I'm not sure what happened there, but you know, really happy to get this championship. And, you know, I gotta give a thanks to Taddy. I mean, you know, he was my idol when I first started doing this stuff, and here we are banging bars, coming down the wire in a championship. It's incredible.
Absolutely. You've tried so many times to beat these guys, and so many occasions it's been strapped and snapped away from you. But with such a quality field, you've beaten them all.
Yeah, I mean, I guess beat them all, world champion. I guess that makes me the best in the world for now. So, you know, I'll take it, and I'm really excited for the rest of the year racing the West Series. And, you know, I got to regroup, start riding stuff a little bit different than this, and, you know, look forward to coming back in again next year.
Congratulations. Good to see you.
Thank you. We started doing this stuff, and here we are making bars.
Let's have a quick word then with Taddy Blazusiak. Taddy, just getting himself sorted. I don't know what to say, really. You've ridden so hard, so strong tonight, and that's bad luck, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's tough, to be honest. It's a tough one to swallow for sure, but, you know, nothing you can do. Racing.
I mean, these bikes are bulletproof. You throw them around, we see so many accidents, you see so many bikes flying in the air and hitting the deck, and never a mistake, never a problem, and yet, when you need it most, it spits its suspension out.
Yeah, you know, it's one of them things, you know, it's part of racing, unfortunately. You know, them shocks last 50 hours, you know, with our riding, and this one had an hour on it. You know, it's a bummer. All that hard work, you know, like, out the window. And I've been riding really good and feeling good, so, you know, like I said, it's sad, but it's life, right? Come back next year, try again next year.
And, I mean, we just heard from Cody Webb saying when he was younger, you were his idol. To be able to race against you side by side has been a massive privilege. And to have that effect on the motorsport community must fill you with a lot of pride.
Yeah, for sure. It's, you know, it's awesome. You know, it's crazy. It's really good that we race here all together. You know, there's so much respect between riders. You know, every now and then, you know, some riders, you know, make some mistakes like the first moto. But yeah, like, you know, for me, it's a tough one to swallow because, you know, I worked so hard to prep this championship. But like I said, you know, part of racing. It's a bummer because I was riding really good tonight.
So the third moto, you'll be back out?
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to, you know, put all my head back into it now, I guess, but I will.
Well, you've only got a 2-point gap between you and Billy, so you've got to hold on that vice champion, surely.
Yeah, I'll give it a go for sure.
All right, thanks, Taddy.
Thank you.
Oh, and we've still got some more action for you. Our world champions are crowned. It's going to be interesting to see what Billy Bolt will pull out the bag to try and beat Blazusiak into second in the championship, because I can imagine we've seen who's pretty fired up already. Let's focus our attention on the juniors then. We have a champion crowned, but we've pretty much got all of the top 5 sorted. So this is really, well, it's just for our entertainment. Let's see what Kevin Gallas can do. I'm expecting another 20 points for Gallas. We had a nice little battle with some of the others in that second race. Gallas is third from the right-hand side in the all black with his new for today pink goggles. Weight on the rear end of the bike, front suspension locked. It's a short blast down to that first left-hand turn. Here we go. Ooh, big slide moment from Gallas, right in the middle of the track there. He's going to be on the outside of Emil Juszak, and it's Henschel from Juszak who make the whole shot. Question is, they now need to hold on for 6 minutes plus 1 lap. So, little mistake there from Gallas. He's been elbowed into a rut that he doesn't want to be in. He's just about held on to 4th position there, back into 3rd straight away. Look at the aggressive. Oh, this is as aggressive as we've seen from Kevin Gallas. He's obviously got a target in his brain for this one. You'd have thought he could just chill out, but fires it up the inside and into 2nd position in front of Juszak. Won't take him very long to get past his fellow countryman Leon Henschel at this rate. This is what he was talking about a little earlier on, the loose earth in this spokes. Really easy to lose grip, lose the front end. And, we just see Norbert Josa there stationary. Henschel holding the inside line. And Gallas going around the outside, so keeping the speed up. Now goes to the outside again, and jobs are good. Kevin Gallas is at the front of the field. I have a feeling that the rest of the field just must not have a clue what to do, really. Let's see the progress then of Kevin Gallas. What can he do on this one? 30-odd seconds has been the gap over the last couple of races here. But that was with a couple of falls, so he probably wants to ride this one clean. Make sure he doesn't make any errors. Maybe he's got a total race time in his brain to see if he can equal the seniors. We had him on Facebook Live a little bit earlier on. We show qualifying on Facebook Live, so if you are not a subscriber to our channel, make sure you subscribe to our Instagram and Facebook channels, Superenduro. And we show qualifying on those channels. And he came and did some interview and commentary with us, in fact, and talking a little bit about his techniques and his aims and ideals. And he's really spent most of the second half of the year looking at the senior category and trying to work out where he is in relation to those. Then looking at how they ride, seeing if he can do the same. Not super fast through the spokes, but feet are on the pegs at least. Especially being the third moto of the evening, it'll be pretty tiring. Gregor Cargill there, just holding his bottom and the bike on the ground. Contemplating whether he wants to continue or not by the looks of things. So physical on the body, so hard, especially for these junior riders. You know, the bikes are the same as the seniors ride. It's simply the strength and physicality of these riders, the stamina that they have to be able to complete all the races. There's the first mistake from Kevin Gallas, just the rear wheel dropping off the track. Now he's going to have to work out a way of getting through this rock section without the momentum. The pace is nowhere near what we saw in the qualifying. He was in the 44s. His last lap was a 54. 13 seconds back is Norbert Josa. And in fact, that is Norbert Josa there. So has Josa taken a big chunk of time out of Gallas? He has. God, that's sorry. He's not dominating this quite as much as he has from the last couple of races. That is Martinson going through shot there. Those black trousers was Norbert Josa in second position. It's been a mistake from Josa, and he's just coming through the matrix now. Traffic all over the place. Always the challenge. Ah, nice. Taddy Blazusiak line that we saw of the young guns dropping it. So the gap was 10 seconds between Gallas and Josa, and then Henschel's only a second back from that. So in fact, there we go. Henschel's got past Josa and into second position. Change for seconds. Pretty sure the battle for second of the event, to be honest. Should have got my printout, but I didn't. No idea who's going to be on that second and third step of the podium. Surely Norbert Josa will be one of the guys that will be up there. Leon Henschel slides down the inside. Henschel was fourth in the first race. Burry was third, but is in fifth in this one. And Josa was second, but didn't have a very good second race. Decent gap now developing between Henschel and Josa. In fact, with Josa just coming over the line now, 35 seconds behind Gallas, 15 seconds the gap between Henschel and Josa. And now Juszak comes over the line, 47 back, and he's being pursued by Paul Burry, who is in fifth position. And there's Gallas, who's coming up to lap those guys who I've just been mentioning. Emil Juszak there, with a chain off perhaps, so Juszak's dropping a couple of positions. That'll be frustration in terms of getting a podium here in Sweden. Another masterclass, though, from Kevin Gallas. Certainly not had the pace that we've seen in the previous finals this evening. Certainly not had the attacking nature. Although his first couple of laps did look really, like body-wise, he did look like he was really attacking. In the back of shot, I think I saw Leon Henschel with a mistake there. So perhaps Henschel's stationary again. Last lap board for Kevin Gallas. Last lap of the Junior World Championship for 2018. Juniors have normally been pretty crazy, but this year, one man calmed the rest of the field down, and that was this man, Kevin Gallas. Still waiting to see who is in second position. Such as a massive gap that Gallas has pulled out. It's still Leon Henschel who is second. He's now 25 back behind Kevin Gallas. Gallas coming towards the main last obstacles. In fact, just in the background there, the 61, oh, that's Gregor Cargill, so he's a nightmare. Cargill on the ground yet again. You can see the body language, absolutely fed up. Gallas is just coming towards lapping Norbert Josat. Checker flag falls. It's another triple for Kevin Gallas. And he punches the air with delight, seals the deal when it comes to the championship. Nobody got anywhere near. Now, what about for the race then? Checker flag has fallen for Paul Barry, who's finished in 4th position. Mattis Martinsson on the ground there in the back of shot. Here is Leon Henschel, expecting Henschel to come over and take second spots. He does. So that's going to be one of his best results of the season. And that means that Norbert Josat will finish in 3rd spot. And Emil Juszak just comes over the line there in 5th position. Here is Norbert Josat. Norbert Josat. No one really to fight with any longer. Such was the gaps. Gallas finished that race in 9 laps. Same as what he did the last lap. Only 1 lap less than we saw from the seniors. And the checker flag falls for our last man on track, Leon Henschel, Norbert Josat. So, what about the points? Who's going to join Kevin Gallas on the podium? Kevin Gallas is the victor here in Sweden. It's been a dominating performance by the German. Absolutely dominating. And here is confirmation of the final results. 33 again ahead of Leon Henschel. He could do more than that if he pushed harder. He lapped everyone up into 4th position. There was a half a minute gap between Norbert Josat and Kevin Gallas. And then Emil Juszak 5th, Diego Herrera in 6th position. Ignacio Fernandez absolutely nowhere tonight. And that'll be a frustration for him. The Spaniard looked really strong at the start of the night, but has struggled since. Haven't really spoken too much about Diego Herrera either. Where did he end up tonight? But in terms of the rest, I really haven't been doing the maths, so this is going to be a surprise to me. Norbert Josat, 2nd position, 2 points ahead of Paul Barry in 3rd, and Leon Henschel's result in that 2nd final means that he misses out on the podium and stays 4th. Juszak in 5th, bad night for him. Fernandez even worse in 8th position. Kevin, what was the objective in that one? Because those first couple of laps, your body kind of really looked aggressive, and then as soon as you got to the front, you chilled out.
Yeah, I have my mechanic, and he tells me when I can chill. He knows how I ride, so he said, take it easy. I don't want to get injured or risk something while pushing, and I took it easy, and that's my strategy.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait to see what you can do in the seniors next year.
Yeah, I'm happy to it. Grüße nach Karlsruhe in Halle 2, and yeah, really happy.
Congratulations, enjoy the podium. Let's get Diego Herrera into the interview position. Not necessarily the strongest night for Diego, but enough for 3rd in the championship. Happy with your year, especially with all of that travel as well.
Yeah, many travels, you know. Happy with the end, the championship, the good result, you know, in the podium. So super happy, you know. I don't know, this track, I like it, but some nervous in the start. Play a little bad, but for the points is for the championship is good, so I'm so happy.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
So Diego Herrera then picking up third in the championship, ahead of Carl Flanagan, who wasn't here. Leon Henschel, fifth position. Ignacio Fernandez not being able to do anything down in sixth spot. And Emil Yushak in second position, but the gaps were large between all those riders. Nobody had any answer to Kevin Gallas, who wins the championship by nearly 80 points in the end, and that's a whole weekend. He could miss a whole weekend if we had a sixth round and still champion. Down on the left-hand side there, the podium is taking place of the event. So second for Norbert Josa, really great result for the Romanian on the right-hand side there. And Paul Barry, the Frenchman, just standing in the wrong place. So yes, that's right, it's much better. Paul Barry. How did they get that wrong so many times? It's crazy. Paul Barry there in third position, the Frenchman that we heard from a little bit earlier. His best result of the year. And some of the guys we would expect to have seen on the podium, like Emil Yushak, maybe like Diego Herrera as well, not featuring, perhaps feeling the nerves. Good to see that Kevin Gallas had a t-shirt made. Look, Kevin Gallas, Superenduro World Champion 2018. Podium in every single result for Kevin Gallas, and he's taken every event win of 2018. Missed out in Poland on the event win. That went to Carl Flanagan. Shame he's not here. Would have liked to have seen him be in the top three. And a traditional fruit bowl for Kevin Gallas. Thank you. Right then, focus on the prestige class. Still some things to sort out here, namely who will finish second in the championship. Blazusiak, 2:08. Billy Bolt, 2:06. Huge fight between those two in the first and second of our finals tonight. Webb is the champion. Pressure is off him. Colton Haker and Johnny Walker could change positions as well. So here is the treading in that takes place before every one of our finals, making sure their line is as compact and grippy as possible when they head down towards the first turn. Blazusiak saying in that interview a little bit earlier on, it's going to be hard to motivate. Bikes will be wheeled into position then. Blazusiak with a new rear shock in that bike. And you know, he says it's going to be hard to motivate him, but once he gets out on track, it all changes. There's Billy Bolt, British champion last weekend, ahead of Johnny Walker. Looking super strong here, looked really, really strong, but how strong will he be by the end of the night? In the early stages, he looked really good in Superpole, looked really good in qualifying, but now has he got the stamina to look really good in Final 3? He certainly was aggressive. Blazusiak was saying perhaps too aggressive in that first final. There's Cody Webb. How will he approach this one? Nice and chilled, no doubt. Colton Haker, been pretty chilled throughout the whole year, actually. But will need to try and fight off the attentions of Johnny Walker, because that could change as well, even if it's for fourth position. There's Blake Gutsy, Manuel Lettenbecker. Billy Bolt will stay on the outside. That's where he started all 3 of the finals so far, on that far outside line. Good fight with Lidkoping in that second final, who sits just to his left-hand side. Just warming up the wrists, warming up the fingers, warming up the shoulders. So much physical work to do at every second of this track. Blazusiak looks to his right-hand side, sees if he can catch the eye of Billy Bolt. There is Bolt. He's looked so aggressive tonight. So focused. He'll know the opportunity is there. How will he deal with it, though? Johnny Walker will start on the far to the right-hand side, on the inside line. Blazusiak alongside him, Cody Webb, and then right in the middle, Colton Haker. Side Colton Haker, Blake Goodsey, and we'll let Lidkoping and Billy Bolt the far outside going into that first turn. Who will be vice champion? We've answered the question about who will be champion. It's that man, Cody Webb. But who will be vice champion? Blazusiak or Billy Bolt? Here we go. We're about to find out in 6 minutes' time. Another great start from Billy Bolt. Colton Haker a bit too hot into the first turn. Billy Bolt super on the inside line, and he's right behind Taddy Blazusiak. On the inside of him, a good start this time by the looks of things from Johnny Walker. Blazusiak stuck though, Walker's stuck though, many people are stuck. And it's those two side by side in the matrix section. And that, with Billy Bolt ahead of Blazusiak, would change the result for second. Look at how good Billy Bolt is through there. Oh, Cody Webb goes down. Cody Webb trying to do what Billy Bolt had just done and went down in the rocks. Haker's down on the spokes. Walker is ahead of both of them then. There is the fight for the lead. Blazusiak needs to be ahead of Billy Bolt if he wants to become vice champion. Don't let this race go from bad to worse, this evening go from bad to worse. It started so well for Blazusiak. Points taken out in Superpole, points taken out in race 1, but then in the second final of the evening, a mistake. Look at that, a change for second. Bolt ahead of Blazusiak in the virtual championship. Will it stay like this though? Cody Webb is up to, well actually, Blake Goodsey was up to 3rd position, but I think Webb just fired it down the inside of him in the back of shot there. So the South African's made a good start. We see this a couple of times. He gets up there, but he just then doesn't have the stamina to stay there for the rest of the night. And a little error from Blazusiak on that loose boulder that sits in the middle of that horrible little section at the end of the lap. Bolt had hit it, and Blazusiak then hit it a bit more. There is the gap. Blake Goodsey's holding on to 3rd, Walker 4th, and then Webb in 5th position. Oh, Blazusiak! Oh no! It's fading for the Polish rider. Billy Bolt has ridden so well so far, but he's stopped as well in the rocks. 3 minutes and 20 seconds to hold on here. There is Blazusiak. I wonder who's going to get the event win tonight. That's a, should have probably had a look at the points before. But it doesn't really matter. Every point counts towards the championship. And for the moment, Blazusiak is dropping down to 3rd. And without a mistake from Bolt, in the last 3 minutes of this race, Blazusiak has got no answer. Magnus Thor looks over to his left-hand side, lets Blazusiak through. Almost all of the riders out there will have grown up watching Blazusiak, the elder statesman of the Superenduro World Championship. And they would all look up to him and all see that he was the best rider, the legend that took 6 championships. But now they're fighting against him. Bolt has 10 seconds of an advantage over Blazusiak. Walker's up to 3rd now. Goodsey has dropped from 3rd down to 5th position. Actually, Webb has just got ahead of Walker. So that's all changed. Mistake there from Cody Webb on the back of shot, so Webb is on the deck again. That means that Walker will be ahead of him. And what an event, what a couple of weeks for Billy Bolt. Virtual event standings at the moment mean that he would win this event as well. He's been on the podium before a couple of times, but never has been strong enough to take the win. It's always been pretty securely 3rd spot. Here's Cody Webb. Oh, Webb spent a lot of time on the floor. He's down to 7th position, behind Blake Goodsey in 6th. Lidkoping is ahead of them. And it's quite lucky, really, that he's already sewn up the championship, because it's not going well for Cody Webb in this one either. South African Blake Goodsey. Looking really good. Another mistake creeps in for Cody Webb. Just over 1 minute remaining. The lap for these seniors is 35 seconds, so we've probably got 3 laps to go, which will mean it's a 10-lap race, which is about right from what we've seen before. Right, has Billy Bolt got the physical strength to hold on here? No sign behind him of Taddy Blazusiak. Still waiting for Blazusiak to complete the first sector of the lap. And now he does so. Taking a bit of time out of Billy Bolt, but it's still going to be about 10 seconds, the difference between the 2 riders. He comes to the matrix section. It's Colton Haker. Haker is scrapping with Johnny Walker for 3rd position. So a much better play of things for Johnny Walker in this 3rd final. Haven't really seen much of him in the first 2. See Webb stationary. I think I did. Oh no, those 2 are both stationary. And they're all knackered. They're all completely done with this season, aren't they? Walker on the ground, Haker on the ground. Haker's trying to work out how to free his bike. There's Cody Webb going past him. So dropping down to 6th position. And Haker just throwing his arms up in frustration, just not really sure what to do. Yellow flags fluttering all over the place. Confirmation that Walker is up into 3rd position. But here comes Billy Bolt, I think. Is that Bolt behind him, about to lap him? Can't be. Oh, it is. This has been an absolute masterclass from Billy Bolt. He has been in another planet. And unless Bolt has made a massive error, he's about to lap our 3rd position rider. And this is as dominating as we've seen from Kevin Gallas this evening. Final lap then. Billy Bolt is about to take the checker flag. He does take the checker flag. What an achievement from Billy Bolt. Yes, that is how to do it. 2nd position in the Superenduro World Championship, an event win and a race win to cap it all off. And you can see the emotion in the team. Blazusiak comes over the line in 2nd position, but at the end, at 15-second difference, he couldn't do anything. And Billy Bolt goes in for the kiss as well. Cody Webb is the champion, but I'm not sure he'll be that happy, really. 6th position only for Cody Webb, ahead of Colton Haker. I'm not sure if Colton Haker will actually finish this one. He looks so frustrated. He does take the checkered flag. Haker finishes in 7th position. But how about that? That was a great 3rd final. There is your champion, your world champion, Colton Haker, for his first time, beating a 2-time champion, beating a 6-time champion. And Cody Webb goes for his lap of honour and a nice big burnout for the fans here in Sweden. Billy Bolt just coming up behind him as well. These bikes there is Blazusiak, and he drops down to 3rd position. So frustrated by the problem with his bike. And there is Billy Bolt. Oh wow, look at that. Look what kind of pattern he's making. Nice big burnout as well from a rather overheating Cody Webb. I think that engine might have just said goodbye. Oh dear. That bike's got to do the whole of the summer season now. Cody Webb shakes his head. He's not happy with his performance tonight. I mean, he's flown straight in from America. Jet lag, probably pretty hard. He's flown straight back out tonight. But there we go. Billy Bolt takes victory and therefore 2nd in the championship, ahead of Blazusiak with Johnny Walker in 3rd position. Nearly lapped by Billy Bolt in the end. Good result from Lidkoping and Blake Goodsey. And Cody Webb, 6th position only. Colton Haker, 7th only. More burnouts going on from Billy Bolt, who is definitely happy with that. Plenty of smoke coming out of his bike as well. And Taddy at least gets a nice big kiss from the girlfriend. Actually, it's a girlfriend, almost certainly a wife. But what a night. He may not be partying this evening. So the event standings then. Billy Bolt taking a commanding victory. Johnny Walker will be on the podium in 2nd position, ahead of Blazusiak. Quite surprising, really, because Johnny Walker didn't see very much of him either, but he beats Blazusiak on the event as well, so it went from bad to worse for Blazusiak. Billy, what a night for you. Not only taking the last final victory, moving up into 2nd in the championship, and the event win as well.
Yeah, it's pretty mad, really. I come in, so all the pressure was so on Cody and Taddy, so I felt confident. I've been riding good and training hard, and our plan all along was to try and cause an upset. But no, couldn't really ask for more.
I mean, they did say that you were riding pretty aggressive, and we saw you really getting into the mix of things early in the weekend and early in the evening. So was your mindset to try and get that 2nd?
Yeah, well, I knew mathematically it was possible, so why not go for it? And yeah, the bit of coming together with Taddy in the first race, but none of it was intentional at all, really. I was looking at the lap timing to see how long was left, and he just checked up so bad on the tyre, and I didn't even know what happened. So a bit unfortunate. It was a bit of a bummer to see him go out like that in that 2nd race, but because I was up for the battle, and I took it back to them in the last race, and felt good about it. So.
Yeah, you showed who's boss. Enjoy the podium.
Cheers, guys.
So let's have a quick word then with our world champion, who's had to do another race since becoming world champion. Again, it didn't go to plan, but that doesn't matter now, Cody. You are fully world champion. You can go to bed tonight, #1.
Yeah, it was not a championship-worthy night, but it's a whole season, and consistency was there all year. I don't know if the pressure was on, the weird dirt. I rode terrible tonight, like not proud of myself at all. So, we may have got the championship, but I'm already thinking about next year how I need to improve. Yeah, I just bashed through the rocks and bent my rear brake, so I didn't have a rear brake pretty much that whole final thing. So I was like purposely jumping things short and just squinting around. But hey, the rest of the year, the work was cut out for us all, and really happy with my team this season, the FMF KTM Red Bull Racing team, and it was really cool to have my team manager from the States here tonight as well. Awesome year. My fiance got to see this too. She's probably not too proud of me either right now, but you know, I just want to give a quick shout out to my family back home. I know they're watching. I guess you can quit biting your nails now, but I know I'm going to hear it from you, Dad, because you're not going to be happy with that performance. But it's, you know, it's a season for a reason, and we got it done.
Absolutely. Enjoy the podium.
Yeah, thank you.
So, first of all, the event podium. And quick look then at Billy Bolt finishing, and he was super fired up that whole night. You could see it from the moment he got onto his bike tonight. He was super fired up to cause an upset, as he said, and he absolutely did that. The points margin between him and Johnny Walker in second position was pretty substantial. And Billy Bolt gets onto that top step of the podium and puts Husqvarna up on the top step of the podium, I think, for the first time this year. It's always been a KTM, whether it be Cody Webb or Taddy Blazusiak. The third winner then, a third event winner of 2018 championship. That'll go nicely on the mantelpiece, Johnny. Back home in Andorra. And I don't know why that Johnny and Taddy get a plate and Billy gets a bowl. I don't know if whether a bowl is more significant. It's a big bowl though, isn't it? Good pasta bowl. The English national anthem. A big punch to the air for Mummy Bolt there, I think. And now we focus on the championship. Cody Webb wins the championship ahead of Billy Bolt, just 1 point ahead of Taddy Blazusiak in third. Johnny Walker did manage to overhaul Colton Haker there, so he ended up in fourth position. A late charge for Johnny Walker. He'll be wanting a cleaner run of things in the 2018-19 season. Walker and Haker, sorry, only fifth position outgoing world champion. Wow, Billy Bolt, second position. Blazusiak dropping to third. Just did not have an answer tonight. There's one bowl. I wonder if he's going to get another bowl. It might have been 4 pretty shocking races for Cody Webb in the last 4 rounds of the championship, but he's done it. He did enough, and as he said, a season for a reason. Did all the hard work in the early part of the year, so he just needed to defend in the second half of the year. And the girlfriend as well, the fiancé, here to enjoy it. They are sadly not going to be able to enjoy it tonight. Got to get to the airport to fly straight back out to California. But it's probably slightly warmer in California than it is here. Now in the minus temperatures here in Sweden. FIM World Champion for 2018. Superenduro World Champion is Cody Webb. Our 4th champion since the Superenduro Championship started up. David Knight in the early years, then Blazusiak, Colton Haker, and now Cody Webb adds his name to that very, very important list. And already thinking about next year as well, already thinking about coming back. national anthem rings out for another American champion in the FIM Superenduro World Championship. The champagne sprays and the party just begins. Plenty of people standing on that podium tonight, so plenty of people happy to enjoy the celebrations here in Sweden. As I said, Lidkoping has no idea what's hit it. I hope you've enjoyed our season. We'll see you at the end of this year for the 2018-19 championship. Goodbye.